Hi, thanks for taking care of Midnight and Blaze. I just wanted to make a video to show you just stuff with their setup. It's not too much, but anyways, this is the kind of their main area. I put some towels and blankets here so that they might want to sleep if they like. This water, I usually just try to leave kind of at least half full so that they have extra water in case the little water fountain, which is just always on, for some reason malfunctions, but it's just runs, it's fine. If it sounds like it needs, maybe like, let's say if you come on a Monday, maybe just retop it a little bit with just by adding like this Tupperware of water, maybe like 2 cups or so. I had already filled up the water. You just pour it on, kind of trying not to spill, but it's okay if you do because it's in a little plastic bin. I usually just leave it alone, but maybe doing that once a week or so would be good. You could try adding another cup or 2 if it looks like it needs it. This is their dry kibble that can just be left kind of topped up. So you can maybe just, the extras are right here. So you just put it in. And then these are for their wet food. If you happen to be here in the morning and they've already eaten, because usually they kind of eat in the dinner time area, I usually take these and just let them soak here in the tank. There's like a little, what do you call it? A little strainer to catch like the bits of food that, you know, sometimes will be there, and I usually just kind of knock it or kind of put it into a paper towel and throw it away. But in this case, if I'm going to feed them, which I will, I'll just rinse it a little bit, and then I'll take 1 can of food and split it between the 2 of them. Let me do that real quick. I'll pause. Okay, so I've just taken 1 can and split it between these 2, and then I'll just put them over here. Usually Midnight runs and eats right away, but they're upstairs chilling right now, so I'll just leave that there for them. And then just take the recycling. You can rinse it if you want. Sometimes I don't even bother. And then empty it, and then put it in the garage. See what I mean about you can use the little rinse. And then I put this in the recycling in the garage. I'll show you that in a second, but first I'll show you the litter robot. I took away the litter boxes, the extra litter box, because I'm hoping they don't really need it. But so this is what they mainly use, which is the litter robot. You pretty much don't need to do anything, but every Tuesday, which is our trash day, is on Wednesday morning. So Tuesday, I would basically replace the little plastic bag liner. So clean plastic bags will be up here. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's just a trash bag. And then the liner, you pull out this drawer like that. You can see the bits. Maybe I'll go ahead and clear it to just show the video of how to do it. Let me see if I can do this without. Okay, so I just pull off the bag, and then you kind of just tie it up and put it in the trash like that. See? Then you take a new bag and you just put it in, just sort of wrap it around like that. So it's basically it, and then you just close it up again and then put this in the trash. The other thing to keep in mind is these all should be blue, but sometimes like the Wi-Fi will disconnect or whatever. But this button is a cycle button, which is if you feel like there was like something in there and you want it to cycle, you can just press that and it'll just do a cycle, which takes about a minute. This is the on-off button. So I mean, you pretty much would do that, I think, if there was like a need to hard reset the thing. But the other thing, I'll show you a cycle if you want, but it should just be automatic, so you don't really need to do anything. But if the litter looks like it's a little low, like there's a little line there above the litter, then you can just sort of add some cups of litter, which is here. This is what it looks like. Have a little plastic cup in there. That. And I just kind of toss it in. It doesn't have to be totally up to the line, it just is to provide. And you can see the red light turns on because the sensor kind of got activated. So that's pretty good. And I'll close this up again, put it back, and then basically that's pretty much it. If there is an emergency, for some reason we decide the cats are peeing, not using the litter box, we have a new litter box right here up above the sink that you can just take if we decide to engage with the litter box situation, and just put it in this area here, and then just fill it with about 2, maybe 3 inches of litter. These are bags of litter here. I think that, you know, sort of like an emergency backup plan. And if you end up doing that, then the scooper is right here. And there's bags, like right here. I usually just use old plastic shopping bags or whatnot. And then I'll leave, there's a stapler right here. I usually close the bag and staple it and then throw it in the trash. And then this is like cat treats. They can have, you know, I don't know, just a half a dozen pieces each per day if they want. They like those. And then a hairbrush. Midnight likes being brushed. Blaze, probably not so much. I'm not going to expect you to clip their nails, but if you wanted to, they're right here. I just clipped them. I'm hoping that'll be okay. But they are pretty good about getting their nails clipped, surprisingly. I think that's it. Thank you.